As I think everybody now knows, Meghan Markle is not going to show up to the coronation. I think the relief can be felt all over the UK and probably all over the world for that matter. The situation was just getting way too intense for the palace. It had to be stopped. The build up to the coronation was being overshadowed by this question of will they, won't they that appeared in the news media every single day. It was becoming a joke. The actress of mattress fame was enjoying playing with the press for sure, and Harry didn't really have any choice but to go along with the spite and the venom that she was throwing the king's way. As has been reported all too often, Harry's scared of her, and he probably has a good reason to feel that way. And today, people on TV are absolutely tearing Meghan a new one. They're all of the same opinion, that she's going to hit back in a predictably vindictive way, and she's going to do whatever she can to ruin the coronation. It is pretty amazing that the mainstream media is discussing her in this way. In 2012, while in Las Vegas, Harry and a mysterious young woman were photographed naked in a hotel room, and the photos were leaked by the American celebrity website TMZ before it was reported all around the world by the mainstream media. Clarence House ended up putting a block on publishing photos in the UK. In fact, Clarence House threatened to contact the Press Complaints Commission if any newspapers in Britain used those photos, and then later on, the Sun newspaper showed them. St. James's Palace, after initially denying it, admitted that it was Harry in those photos, but he was a victim and his privacy had been invaded. Now, I have talked about this news from 10 years ago before because of what is being whispered today. The palace still has a lot of control over the press. We are only being told what the palace wants us to hear. And the thing is, the public doesn't really need to know what goes on behind palace walls, which I suppose is fair enough. Harry has really insulted both Camilla and Catherine. He has accused his father of being mean to him, and Harry has accused the entire family of being racist. But if Harry is really trying to figure out a way back into the royal family without Meghan, and this is being suggested, then this has put the palace in the position of holding all the cards. Right now, Harry is fifth in the line of succession, and he still holds the title Duke of Sussex, and he is still a Councillor of State technically. In the event that the king cannot perform his official duties as sovereign on a temporary basis thanks to illness or being abroad, Harry, along with a few other people, could still act in His Majesty's place. Now, many people have posed the question why, as a non-working royal and also living in America, Harry still has these positions. Well, the answer is pretty simple, because apparently he really is planning a comeback. The smart money is on Charles, having informed Harry that he has to attend the coronation and the actress has to stay away, if he wants to find himself a way back into the royal family, that is. Now, if people really want to accept this idea that Meghan decided not to come because she wanted to look after their invisible kids, then okay, you have every right to believe that. But the reality is, Meghan did not have any choice in the matter, and this is why journalists are getting ready for the avalanche of press releases that is going to be coming their way from Montecito. Apparently Meghan Markle is furious. Who knows how many plates she has smashed in her kitchen. She has been completely humiliated. And I really do believe she's going to try to pull some stunt to spoil the coronation for everybody. But I think the palace is going to be working closely with the media to suppress any new stuff that's going to be coming from Meghan. We have not heard the last of her, let's be sure, but it's going to be pretty fun to watch what happens. I don't think she's going to win this one. Meghan is an incredibly ignorant woman, and so is her con artist mother too. Both of them have done everything in their power to cause trouble and division between the US and its strongest ally. I mean, classic idiot who couldn't live overseas anywhere because she only wants to live in her home city and she wants to indulge in her dreams of fame in Hollywood. But all of this is clearly a fantasy. Meghan is the opposite of Grace Kelly. See, Princess Grace actually had good manners. Meghan only really cares about the film industry in Hollywood, which is essentially an open sewer of hypocrisy and misogyny and abuse and rape and pedophilia. That, she believes, is the pinnacle of human civilization, and it's way more important than her position, and it's also more important than anything in a different country. Seems like Meghan is finally getting the message that the people of the UK are sick and tired of her drama and cannot put up with her, except the racist Republicans and communists, of course, who love her. The truth is, Meghan got a really damaged man. She got a man who had so many vulnerabilities, and his drug abuse also made him susceptible to her con. But it was over the moment that she went after the Queen publicly. There is no family anywhere who would have put up with that. Meghan is going to learn manners in the end because she's going to be taught them whether she likes it or not. And it could be by the family she has spent the last few years trashing. I cannot wait to be rid of her forever, just like her last husband's family. All that fury needs redirecting to the true source. Doria Raglan is the one who abandoned her daughter. That is who Meghan should be upset with. It's pathetic that she was able to project that onto her low-functioning husband, and also on his entire family. Harry, I'm afraid, is just as bad as Meghan is. He has been a fraud and a phony his whole life, and it looks like nothing has changed. Harry's negative qualities are too many to name. I mean, he's a liar, he's a backstabber, he is vicious. I could go on and on if I had the time. And if Charles really believes that Harry is going to be welcomed back by the citizens of the UK, he is dreaming. Harry has done way too much damage to the monarchy, the UK, and the Commonwealth, and people are sick of him, people are sick of Meghan, and people are sick of these invisible kids too. Charles and his advisors may believe that they can control the media, but in the modern age of the internet, that is not possible. It's going to require years of palace PR to make Harry acceptable again as a victim of that horrible Meghan. And I'm not really sure that Charles has enough years to remake Harry. William's not going to look after him like he did before. I think he's got an example of Uncle Andy as a do-not-touch brother, so he's going to distance himself from Harry forever. Now, unfortunately, of course, Harry has not been removed from any of his positions because that would involve a lot of work through Parliament. Now, 2 have been added as councillors of state so that if required, there would be more people to choose from. I guess it's easier to add people than to remove them. Now, I believe they should still start the process of removing Harry from Councillor of State if they haven't already, so that when William finally becomes king, he does not have to deal with these old wounds. Harry and Meghan only want privacy for themselves, or at least that's what they claim. They don't offer privacy to anyone else. No conversation, either overheard or with them, is safe from being sold to the highest bidder. If I were a celebrity or somebody famous, I wouldn't even get close to them at a restaurant. And if I did, I would make fun of them to their faces, which actually might be safe from their retelling. It's all just been such a joke. The Montecito morons deliberately strung out the upset and nuisance for the event organizers. The media dancing to Meghan's tune and pushing and shoving hesitant readers to the edge of their settees as they're dribbling out these will she, won't she headlines. It would be a lot better if the media could just grow up and deny this nasty woman the oxygen of publicity. Harry, even as a prince of the realm, doesn't warrant so much respect. That is something that he needs to earn, and he hasn't done that. I don't care who he is, he has negated any that he may feel he is due. Now, Harry is a prince of the realm, and so some people would say that that alone warrants respect. But Meghan, that's a whole different story. She is just a poor choice of life partner for Harry. If her name were omitted from any reporting, then after the great sigh of British relief, the world would just carry on. It would turn into a little bit more stable place to be. Harry can scramble around for whatever headlines he wants, but the people have one less annoying irritant beneath our skin. If only that could happen.